Hello, and welcome back to Downtown. Look, I know that I said that I was going to wait until the last episode of this first round for the Tricou family, but I figured that it's Halloween, it's the spooky season, and this actually also marks the 1 year anniversary since I rebuilt and furnished the house. So why not go back 1 year later and actually sit down to play the family properly? So we have 3 families left in the bin for later, and they can wait a little while longer while we jump into the House of Fallen Trees and get spooky. And here we are. So I'm actually quite anxious to take a look at the house here because I haven't seen it since I built it a year ago. So I don't remember exactly everything that I did with it. But I do remember that I was thinking about their hobbies when I built this. So that is actually something that's going to be different in this episode, that I'm not going to change that around and randomize it. Yeah, let's take a look here. Right, this is the top floor and the teenagers' rooms are here. Right. Right, and I left an empty room for any future children. And here we have Mr. Big and Rainelle's room, right? And the entrance, I have to fix this door, looks like, and this one as well. Kitchen and dining. Then, of course, the secret passage here down to the cellar, the 2-level cellars. And this door also need to fix, looks like. So, I mean, it's supposed to be sort of built in though, but yeah, it doesn't look correct. So I'm gonna start by just doing this. Good. And I think there might have been another door like that. Yes, here it is. Good. That's that. And then this one, I think it might be this one that's in the way possibly. And what else? This door, I'm assuming it's that bag. Or maybe actually this. No, I don't think so. It must be the bag then. Maybe this one as well. Good. And I think there was something more, right? No. Oh yeah, here. Out to this balcony. It's not the chairs. I guess it's the curtain, maybe? Yeah. Oddly enough, this door wasn't affected by that, though. Okay. Nothing else? Don't think so. Okay, good. So let's move on to the Sims here then. So we have Rainelle Neengia, we have Gvaudoin Tricou, we have Fricorith Tricou, and then Remington Neengia. And of course, this is Mr. Big, and the others are resurrected. So if we take a look at Rainelle, first of all, she's a popularity sim. And I'm gonna go ahead and randomize her secondary aspiration. Got number 6. So it's gonna be family. Okay, so let's bring up the spreadsheet here. Right, and of course I need the stuff here. There we go, and then I can randomize her lifetime want. Become Captain Hero. You know what, I was actually kind of thinking that she was gonna be a gold digger. Now she's a popularity sim with secondary family, and I can still see her having those ambitions, but I'm thinking that maybe I should just choose a lifetime wish that's fitting more for that, even though she doesn't have the fortune aspiration. I'm thinking maybe this one, earn lots of money. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one because I kind of think it still fits with the family secondary and also the popularity because her reasoning for wanting to have a lots of money and a good life, I suppose, is to benefit her future children and have things laid out for her family, basically. So, and also popularity comes with, fame and fortune, and that could be really important in a city like this, I suppose, with a lot of celebrities and influential people. So, yeah, I think that makes sense actually. So I'm gonna just force that. And I already know her hobby. I think it might have been science. Yeah, it was science. And her gender preference is straight. Does she have a job? No. And that actually makes sense because she was dead. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to move on to Remington. He is currently a professional party guest, same as the diva was. And he's a fortune sim. So let's see what his secondary is. Okay, that's actually romance as his secondary. All right. And his lifetime wish to become visionary. Is he interested in art? I think his hobby was sports. Yeah, it's sports. Because my ideas for him is that he's gonna be a business owner. If you watch my Pleasant View series, I am thinking of him sort of similarly to Malcolm Landgrab in that series, that he's gonna own like a business lot and then possibly have others under him as well. So I was thinking that if he wants to be a visionary, that maybe he wants to get into the art business, and that would actually also suit quite well with other people in town as well, because there are quite a few interesting characters when it comes to things like that. And maybe I'm gonna go with that actually, just let him keep this and have that guide me as to what his business is about. It's about art. I think that actually does make quite a lot of sense when I think about it. So I'm gonna keep it. Right, and he is straight as well. And then we have Fricorith, who I'm pretty sure had film and literature as a hobby. Right, I'm not gonna randomize the secondary aspiration, but I'm gonna give him the benefits he can get. Same with Gvaudoin. So Fricorith is apparently a popularity sim, and Gvaudoin is a fortune sim. So it actually reflects their godfather and his wife as well. That's what I'm sort of thinking of this as, that Remington is their godfather and that he has taken custody of them now that their entire family is dead in that tragic fire. So let me double check that. Fricorith, he's straight and his hobby is film and literature. Exactly, that's what I thought. And if we take a look at Gvaudoin, hobby science, right, exactly. And gender preference bisexual. Okie dokie, I'm gonna fill that out. All right, and do they have jobs? No, that also makes sense because they've been dead, of course. Okay, good. I'm gonna take a look at their ages. I know that, I mean, they're cousins, so they can't be twins, the exact same age. Well, I guess they can be the exact same age, but I don't think I want them to be. So I would like one of them to be older. So if I roll a 1 to 3, Fricorith is going to be older, and if I roll a 4 to 6, it's going to be Gvaudoin. I rolled the number 1, so Fricorith is going to be older, and I'm thinking like older by maybe 3 days. So he has 4 days left, and she has 7. And then I definitely want Remington to be quite a bit older than Rainelle, because as I said, I'm thinking of her a bit like a gold digger, and yeah, she's latched onto this wealthy older man, basically. So I'm thinking that maybe 20 days older. Yeah, so then he has 15 days left. I think that works. And well, I can age her by 5 days. Yeah, I think that's sort of the age difference that I'm imagining for them. And looking at their majors, what they must have been, I could go like any direction with her, of course. I think maybe I don't want her to have a job at all. Maybe she should just be a gold digger who wants a family. She's interested in science. I could imagine her being in the paranormal career, actually. I feel like she has that sort of tarot card reading quality to her. I'm also sort of loosely basing this off of Beetlejuice and the sort of the family dynamics in that. Like that was one of the ideas of what I wanted to do with this family. And in that movie / the musical is what I'm mostly familiar with, actually. I don't remember her name, but the new wife has married the father after the real mother died. And she's sort of like this wild person with a lot of free spirit ideas, I suppose. But yeah, I could definitely go in that direction with her, I think. And I'm also thinking of like her interest in science, what that means, because I could see her like being interested in stars and constellations and sort of reading future that way, and being a pretty spiritual person, I suppose. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go in that direction with her. As for Remington, I'm probably gonna go with business then, because that makes sense. Because I don't want him to be in the slacker career, but I guess I could put him into the artist career as well. But I would have to check in that case what the career levels are. So I'm gonna bring up the Sims wiki. No, I don't think that this work, because it's more about being the artist, not having a gallery or something like that. So I don't think so. I think it probably makes more sense with the business career in that case. So I'm gonna take a look at the majors connected to that. I think actually physics might be interesting for Rainelle in that case, because it has science and medicine in it, but then also paranormal. Or I guess philosophy, because I suppose she would be a bit philosophical. But maybe physics makes more sense actually with her interest in science as well. So I think I'm gonna go with that for her. And for him, if I look at business, it's in psychology, but then it must be somewhere else as well. Yeah, economics. I actually think I'm gonna go with economics for him then, and physics for her. Funnily enough, she rolled the business want. But he's the one who's gonna... oh, wow. He's already rolling wants to flirt with Kara. Well, he's a lot more attracted to her than he is to his wife currently anyway, so let's see what happens there. But yeah, I'm gonna give him that career. And it put him at level 5 right now, but I, of course, want him to have a much higher level. I think he can start as a CEO. I feel like that makes sense with his age as well and where he's at, and maybe he can rise even higher, but I think this is a good start, and I think I'm gonna just put in a job stopinator for him, not a job outfit stopinator. Let's see what he has. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a fancy suit, and I think that actually suits, especially in a city like this, so I think I'm gonna keep that. And for her, it's gonna be, of course, the paranormal then. Okay, she's starting as a hypnotist. Right, she has no skills right now. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take a look at the physics major to see what she's supposed to have. All right, so they're listed down here, and I can just copy this to her so she has the same. So cooking is actually 1, and then mechanical is 5. Charisma is 1. Body as well, and then logic is 4, and creativity is 4, and the cleaning is also 4. I think she can have 2 more points in logic since she is interested in science. So then it would actually make sense that she's a hypnotist. Just gonna take a look at what the next level is. Medium. I actually think this makes more sense for her, so I think I'm gonna just let her have that one. I'm assuming it's gonna be some silly work outfit, so I'm gonna give her a job outfit stopinator as well. Apparently I've already given them cell phones. Good. Then I don't have to think about that. Did I forget something now? I don't think so, because he already has quite a lot of skills. I think I'm going to drop him down to level 9 on charisma and body though, because it would be nice to actually, if he reaches the max point, that he actually gets the positive memory for it as well. He's definitely lacking in the logic department, I can see. That's actually quite bad, but I think I'm gonna go with it since this is what he had and it's quite advanced skills anyway. So I guess he's gonna have to work on that. And I'm actually pleased that he does have a lot in body since he's interested in sports. I was thinking of putting in the golf court here somewhere. I do remember that, but I don't think I ever did. Or maybe I thought of it after, or maybe it was someone who commented that that would make sense. So, because I don't think I put it inside. That wouldn't really make sense anyway. No. So, well, I guess I can put it like here somewhere. Yeah, that's fine. Because then he can use that for, well, working on his hobby, I guess. And that would also make sense then why he's not, well, fit now. Because he wants to get fit. I suppose he's just normal now. Yeah. Exactly. And, oh, wow. Look at those personality points. He's extremely grouchy. And he was quite nice to start out with, actually. And also he's been very shy, but he's become very outgoing. That's interesting. What are the others like? She's extremely neat and quite grouchy as well, actually. But she has the same as she was born with. Same goes for these two. Actually, Fricorith appears to be the most nice sim in this household because Gvaudoin is also quite grouchy. All right. All of them are pretty neat, though. I guess Remington is ±0. But yeah, he's been quite active, but he's become more lazy lately. So I guess maybe that's why he's dropped down, even though his body is quite high. So maybe he was involved in sports or something previously, but now he's content with just playing miniature golf. I think so far so well. So I think I can change the season to season 4. And then I'm just going to keep this because I want to give him body hair, but I don't know which one to pick yet. So I'm going to wait with that for a while. And let's start with his makeover then. All right, so he needs to look like a wealthy older man. And I mean, I think this hair is pretty much what I'm looking for. So let's see what I can find. This might work. Let's see. Yeah, that might also work. No, not this one. Yeah, this could also work, actually. It's actually a pretty good option. I've got this salt and pepper ones. Actually, not too bad. Makes him look quite different, though. Yeah, that could also work. No, I don't think that one works. Okay, so that's about it. But I think actually that one at the start here was the best option. I think this one actually is going to be the best one. Right, and let's give him some more bushy eyebrows. I think that one. And he was cleanly shaven. Maybe he should have like sideburns or something. That's too much, I think. Yeah, I think that this may be. And yeah, some makeup maybe as well. Yeah, and just to show his age a bit more, I think we're going to give him face makeup as well. Yeah, let's see what that works like. Yeah, I think that works. He looks quite kind. It's interesting. All right, and what about his clothing? Just gonna take a look at the full body outfits first. You know, to be honest, I think that his current outfit is gonna be pretty difficult to beat because I don't know what would be more fitting than what he already has on. It is a bit cartoony, I guess. But I kind of like it as well. I can't really find anything else that's... Because the other thing I could think of him wearing is like a normal suit, but I think that none of them would be good enough to fit his vibe, you know? So I think I'm actually just gonna let him keep the outfit that he already had, because it's just so perfect somehow. And I think he would have Speedos. Yeah, I think let's give him this formal outfit. Oh, he had this one, but no, I think that's not right. But I do want him to have something different than his everyday. So let's go with this. Yeah, I think maybe let's give him a soccer outfit just because he is interested in sports, and maybe that was what he was playing earlier. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with a bathrobe for his underwear. And I think that this is the perfect opportunity to use one of these, actually. So I think I'm gonna go with the blue one. Good. There is, and I think that, yeah, this is as good as it gets. But I think actually that this really suits. So I'm gonna keep it up. And let's move over to Rainelle. So she's got really, really huge eyes. And I think that the fan theory for that is that she's supposed to be wide-eyed with fright, that she sort of was frightened by the Tricou twins, the Tricou cousins. That's why she died. I think that is sort of the implied thing here. But of course, yeah, she definitely looks like a baby doll, I suppose. So let's see what we can do. She has very, cut, clean hair, very straight angles here. Could go with this. I don't really think it suits her though. Guess I could have this, but I also don't think that's what I'm going for. I think this is kind of what I'm going for, actually. Quite different from what she had, but I'm also thinking of like her personality as well. I think this is gonna work. So I'm gonna take a look at her outfits here. So I was looking at this earlier, and I think that's gonna work for her formal outfit. Yeah. And these, I think she can have these swimwear though. Yeah, I think that works. And she can probably have the same for her workout outfit. Yeah. Okay. And what about makeup? I think her eyebrows are probably good, but I think she probably doesn't need eyeliner because she has quite pronounced eyelashes here. But let's see what she looks like with the eyeshadow. Yeah, I think I might go with this one. It made her look really innocent. But maybe that's like the something that she uses for her to her advantage in that case. That she looks like a doll, really sweet and innocent, but really she's not, you know? Yeah, I think this is it. And then, well, yeah, let's take a look at her outfit. So this might be a bit difficult to find what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something that looks expensive, but it should also look a bit, sexy, revealing, some sort of short dress, I guess, something that Dina Caliente would wear. Maybe, so yeah, maybe let's start with the full body outfits and see what I have. This definitely looks expensive, but it doesn't look sexy enough, I don't think. Not in the way that I'm thinking of anyway. This is a good option, maybe. I'm gonna put that in the basket. This might actually be a good option for her. I'm thinking of her interest in, the paranormal, and yeah, I can somehow see that here, but it also looks expensive, so I'm gonna put that in the basket as well. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at this as well, if I find something that could work. No, I think I might have to go with these two. Well, maybe not this one when I think about it. I think this one is the only one that's like... I could try to look at it from like the perspective of having a top and a skirt as well. These dresses do look expensive enough and sort of the right vibe, but don't really see it suiting her though. That's the issue here. Actually, maybe this could work after all. Let me see if I can find good heels for that. Yeah, probably this then. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try those two outfits. So it's either this one or this. I think let's go with this for now, and then she can have the other one as an alternative. I think I'm giving her this for her formal outfit. She did have a red dress before this, but yeah, I like this. No, I think she would have lingerie actually. Yeah, I think that one works. Yeah, because she started with black boots, so maybe I can carry that onto the outerwear here, but then I would have to have something long like this. No, I think I'm gonna go with this one. There we go. Yeah, good. And then we have Fricorith. And I actually downloaded a hairstyle specifically for him because I found one that was perfect. Let's see if I can find it again here. I know it was not in blonde, it was in, what is this? Custom colors. Ah, there it is. Yep. And I think he can keep those eyebrows, to be honest, because the other ones are just going to be too dark, I think. I mean, that could work, I guess. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then... so many good options. I don't know which one to go with. There's a lot of cool ones here. I think this one actually opened up his eyes a little bit, so I think that's actually maybe a good one to go with. Yeah, I do think that lipstick is better. Do I want something here shadowing his cheeks? Don't think so. No, I think that's what I want. And yeah, he's another one of those Sims who has an outfit that's going to be difficult to beat. But let's see what I can find. I think I'm actually going to do the same thing here for him, because I don't think I'm going to be able to find something that's this perfect for his character. And he's not going to be a teenager for very long anyway, so I'm just going to let him keep that outfit actually. I'll just give him this, but we won't see him in his winter outfit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Change interior every day. Yeah, I think that's fine. The belt doesn't really look that good, but besides that, I think it's fine. So let's finish this up with Gvaudoin. And she's got this really severe top knot here. And I did get this hairstyle thinking of her. But looking at her now, I actually don't think it suits her, unfortunately. There's some cutting here, and yeah, I think it could be better. So I'm gonna look at what else I have. Even this is better, actually. This is interesting. It's not something you would normally see someone wear, but I could definitely see it working on her. And it also has sort of a top bun up here as well. And I have this as well, but I'm not sure if it works as well. No, I think I prefer this actually for her. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. And I think she can have other hairstyles. She can keep this for a formal, but maybe she lets her hair out when she sleeps. Somehow it doesn't look as dark when I pick these other hairstyles. This one is pretty dark. Yeah, I think that makes sense actually, so let's go with that one. She can have that for her. It's tied up anyway. Let's just go with those. And I think those eyebrows are pretty much perfect on her probably. Yeah, I think this might be the best one. Then she has this really cool icy blue lips. Yeah, I think I'm gonna reimagine it to this. I think this looks more stylish, more gothic. And apparently she does have some sort of face makeup on. Yeah, okay, yeah. Now I can definitely see the difference. She looks a lot better like this. Yeah, I don't think that I want her to have cheek makeup either. So let's go with this, I think. And for her, I didn't prepare a hairstyle. Well, I did one that didn't really work out, but I did plan what to put her in, what outfits, because I don't want her to wear that school uniform, but I did get these sort of, I guess, dark academia outfits that I think is gonna work. But yeah, I'm not sure which one to use. This one could work, but would she wear torn pantyhose? Yeah, I actually do think that that one makes most sense, so I'm gonna put her in this one. Yeah, good. There we have them. I think they look very nice. And then let's see about Remington's body hair then. He's gonna give Rainelle a back rub, it seems like. Okay. Just want you to briefly change into your swimsuit. And well, yeah, I think this combination is gonna work well. So let's go with that. Good. Then I can remove these. And let's save so I don't lose this progress. All right, so there will be no, of course, building or furnishing segment in this because it's already done. And thank God, because it's quite a big house. It would be quite a long episode otherwise. And I do want to put in a time control clock here somewhere. Right, I do have this sort of office space, so let's use that. And I'm gonna slow the speed down to 50%. Something that I haven't gotten them is cars, and they do have a garage here. So, I mean, I guess both of them should have cars, and argumentatively, maybe the teens even, I don't know. Let's start by giving Remington and Rainelle cars anyway. I think I'm going with this for Remington, and I guess he can have the garage. And for Rainelle, though, maybe it actually makes more sense that Remington has a sports car and she has the Mercedes. Yeah, in that case, I think she would like to have a red one instead, and he can have this sports car. Yeah, let's go with that. Really, really expensive stuff. I think actually it is a good idea to put in a burglar alarm here somewhere. Yeah, because they don't have one. And yeah, I think maybe they should have one like here. And I don't know how it works exactly, but I think maybe it's a good idea to have one here as well. Oh, I don't want it to sit on the door though. That's good. And I'm gonna go ahead and set hour to 8. Sort of reset the day a bit. And Rainelle needs to have this car. And Remington needs to have this one. And yes, I did put in job stopinators for them, so they won't get promoted straight off the bat. Wants to earn some money. And this is an interesting one, so I think I'm going to lock that one in. And looks like, yeah, he just has one attraction bolt with Rainelle, so we're going to have to see how things work out here. But he needs to drive to work. And these guys need to head to school. See if the school bus spawns. So this is, yeah, it does good. But this is apparently his work outfit then. I think that actually works. Then you can have this sort of lazy bathrobe outfit more at home, I guess. And yeah, I probably want to lock this disallow pets. Not gonna get any strays in here. And the teens are leaving now. There actually was a carpool as well, but I think it's because it didn't recognize that he had a car. So, right, and she is actually gonna be home alone until 4 p.m. So let's see here. She's beelining for the piano. What was her hobby again? Science, right. So let's turn auto lights on for all lights. And yeah, what science stuff do I have? I did put in telescopes. I mean, I could see her being interested in music as well, because it's sort of like learning to play the piano. I see is something that, wealthy families have their children do. So maybe that's something that she has either been taught since young. She's not that good at it though, but maybe that's something that she is wanting to further now that she's married rich. And I think that this marriage is actually very young, that they haven't been married for long at all. And I think also that they haven't really known each other for very long either. I think that she has really wrapped Remington around her finger and, yeah, definitely seduced him somehow. So far she knows quite a lot of people actually. I think that I've had quite a lot of my Sims chat with her actually on the chat. This is an interesting potential friendship then, Vamsi Custer, because she is sort of the criminal mastermind when it comes to art. And then if Remington is going to be in the business of art as well, that is interesting. Then she knows Warren Landry as well, who's going to be the high school principal, and of course Carol Livingston, the diva. So that's also interesting. Rainelle is quite a lot younger than her, though. She does want to befriend her, though, so I think I'm gonna lock that in. And she does want to befriend Warren as well, so I think she can sense who the influential people are, I suppose. And she's, of course, also thinking about throwing a party, and I can definitely see her hosting a bunch of, dinner parties for the rich and influential down the line. Okay, so she wants to gain a skill point, but it doesn't really matter which one right now, so since she was resurrected, I suppose, she didn't have any interest in any of these hobbies before this. So in that way, she really is a blank slate. I could do what I want with her. She's very interested in culture, though. So that's encouraging when it comes to this. She's also interested in sports, apparently, and fashion. Trying to figure out how to work with this when it comes to staff, because it's quite a big house. I could, of course, employ different, like a maid and gardener and such, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe this is a good family for using a butler. I think maybe that is what I should go with, because I see that she's also starting to get hungry, so maybe if she employs a butler, she won't have to cook herself. Then again, the butlers often pick very interesting dishes to cook. I don't remember if I have that mod to make it make more sense. I think there is a mod like that. Okay, so base fee of 20 simoleons plus 25 simoleons per hour. It's going to be quite expensive, but I think, I mean, they can afford it. It doesn't really look the way that I wanted him to look, though. I kind of wanted an old butler. Let's see if I can redo this and get another one. Same guy. Let's try it one more time. Same guy again. I know that I've been able to scramble it before. Maybe I'm just unlucky now. Yeah, there we go. This looks more like it. Yes. Yeah, so let's see when he arrives. And I mean, she does need some social, and I do think that Kara isn't at work yet, so she can call her up. I don't remember if the butlers arrive in cars or if they walk onto the lot. Oh, they walk apparently. Here he is. So apparently it's Magnus Reeves. Yeah. Looks like a nice old butler. That's good. So let's see if he serves up some dinner, or well, lunch, I guess, the first thing he does, or what he's gonna get up to. He's gonna walk into the garage. Okay. Maybe he's a car enthusiast or something. Sorry, but the car is gone. So door policy. No, we don't need to deny the visitors. Okay, so she can't ask him to do stuff. I guess she could influence him to do stuff, but it was a while since I had a butler. Let's see what he does now. Because I do think that they are supposed to sense when your Sims are hungry and when they need food. Yeah, he is walking into the kitchen anyway. Oh, good. It actually looks like he's making blueberry pancakes for her, so it wasn't like, oh, what is it called? Those like ready prepared meals that they just bring out. What is it? Instant meals, right? No, because I've seen sometimes that the butlers just take out those, like a full plate of those cans on. But this actually works well, so I guess maybe I do have that mod in my folders then. Good. So Rainelle has hung up on Kara. They are not friends, but they're closer now at least. And she's already working to have lunch. No, her face is pretty interesting. She does look like a doll, as I've said, but her mouth is really like turned down into a constant frown as well. So I think maybe that sort of shows her her true personality a bit. And with her being max neat, maybe she's one of those people who would walk around after the people in her employment and check their work, you know, look under the couches if there's dust, and yeah. She doesn't really need to clean up, so she can leave it, I guess. But maybe let's put this away as leftovers to not lose it. And well, she can say hi to the butler. Well, can't really say that they got along well, but she's met him now at least. And the teenagers are back home. And looks like Fricorith brought Rose with him. Well, okay, so he put his homework down there, and did I put in desks in their rooms? Not in his room anyway. I did put it in her room, but I occupied it with this microscope though. So I guess they're gonna do their homework in the dining room then. Yeah, I don't think that Rainelle would be interested in helping out with homework. I'm not sure actually what she thinks of the Tricou cousins. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe she's involved with, you know, Vamsy Custer and that group. Maybe this, she was involved somehow in the fire that killed the Tricou family, and maybe it wasn't the plan that the cousins would survive. And maybe she's sort of having to live in this now, that she sunk her claws into Remington, who she knew would inherit this house. So it's possible that she's sort of scheming ways to stage their demise as well, maybe. I could definitely see that being the case. I'm gonna have to keep that in the back of my head to see if I can come up with something interesting. So both of them are pretty bored, and Gvaudoin wants to earn money somehow. She definitely doesn't need to because of her wealth, but I guess she could get a part-time job. That could be something that Remington is arranging for her, because if he's like a business-minded person, I could definitely see him wanting to give the cousins as much experience and as good a start in their careers as possible. So, but he's in the business career, so he could have gotten her a job at his company, I guess, or related company somehow. So the business career would be an option. I can have her take a look at what jobs there are and see if any of them make sense. Fricorith isn't really interested in any of that though. Annoyingly enough, they don't have any skills at all right now, which really doesn't make sense. If they have a butler and if they've been pampered all their lives, I can see it being the case that they don't know any cooking. And they haven't had to fix stuff themselves either, so mechanical also makes sense. I guess charisma would make sense that they've had to learn that. Body can still be 0, I think. Logic, I think he would have. And I mean, if he's interested in film and literature, creativity makes sense. I'm going to give him 4 points in that. And cleaning, I think, can be 0 as well. And for Gvaudoin, I'm thinking maybe she has done some cooking herself. Charisma as well, and I think quite a lot in logic. Creativity, maybe 1 point in that. Yeah, I think that's fine actually. She's also younger, but she actually got more points, I think. Yeah, she did. Maybe let's give him 1 point in body then. Okay, now they have some skill points at least. But then he wants to befriend Rose, apparently. Where did she go? Here she is. He's got 1 attraction bolt with her, so it's not very interesting for that reason, but they can certainly make friends anyway. Okay, so she has the athletic career, law, education, criminal, and culinary. No, I think in that case that I'm just gonna give her the business one. And I'm gonna say that Remington got her just a part-time job at his company. Gopher. Yeah, that will build character for sure. I'm gonna add that in my spreadsheet here. Good, and I don't think that there is a work outfit for that, so that's fine. She would need to get fun. She doesn't have a lot of time to do it though. She can view this painting, I guess. Rainelle is really enjoying the instruments here, but I'm thinking maybe that she would like to play chess instead. These guys have started dancing apparently. I mean, he does need fun as well, so that makes sense, I guess. And there's food on the table now, apparently. Whatever this is. Looks like ramen. Well. Someone is calling Fricorith. Oh, nice. It's Shana. Yeah, he can befriend her as well, so I'm gonna drop down the social here. And Gvaudoin is leaving for work, so I can lock this one in for her to earn 100 simoleons. Yeah, living in this amazing car. Definitely building character. Yeah, so if I'm going with this sort of dark plotline for her, I think it actually makes sense that she is quite close with Vamsi. So I'm gonna cheat that relationship for her. So I'm just gonna summon Vamsi in briefly. Yeah, there we go. And I can use the sim blender also to set them as friends, first of all, and then best friends. Yeah, there we go. And then that's set up sort of in the background of this. So I don't know what he's thinking of Shana. What is her aspiration? Fortune. And her hobby is also film and literature, so I think that they would get along quite well. Rose has fitness, so I think she's pretty different from him. And they're also very different when it comes to, their monetary situation. Because, of course, he's extremely wealthy and she's, in comparison, extremely poor. But then Shana is actually quite well off. Not near this wealthy, but she's certainly not starting from nothing. I think that's good enough for now. And I was going to say that she could use the bathroom, but Rose stole the toilet when I was just about to say that. They do have more than one bathroom, right? Yes, there's another one up here. So let's use this one. And I'm thinking that maybe she wants to drink some espresso or something. Oh, they don't have an espresso machine. They have a coffee maker. I actually think I'm going to switch this one out for an espresso machine instead. Yeah, so they're friends. Okay. And he hung up, and I don't think oh yeah, I put in a TV on the third floor up here. Yeah. So maybe watch this. Then he can ask Rose to join. Oh, but she's going to eat though. Maybe he wants to join her instead. It's a cup of ramen. Yeah. Okay. It's a very fancy cup of ramen, I guess. Oh, but she just inhaled it, so they didn't really have time to eat together. All right. Wow, this outfit is really shiny. I guess it's leather, maybe. Oh, wow, your face looks amazing right now. Let's fix that. Fix stupid expressions. Yep, there we are. Yes, I know you need fun. Let's start by maybe using the bathroom. So she's sort of schemed her way here, and I suppose that the next step for her to sort of lock herself in here and cement her position is to become pregnant and have Remington's baby. Because then it's going to be, like, even if he finds out that this has been a scheme, that it's going to be a lot more difficult to kick her out, I guess. All right, so she leaves when he arrives. And yeah, he needs to use the bathroom as well. You can sit here, or maybe actually you can join Rose at the mahjong table. And he's thinking of all the money he's got. I mean, I think that Remington has been very well off before this, but of course, this house has been in the Tricou family's ownership. So this is a step up for him as well, of course. I think the fire took place not that long ago, but yeah, I think actually that the timeline for this would be that Rainelle started to try to seduce him, and then eventually they got engaged. And why is this showing on this level? Oh, I guess it was a glitch. So she started to seduce him, they got engaged, eventually married. And I guess when that was safe and secure, that she had secured him, that the fire took place, killing off the Tricou family. And she was counting on Remington inheriting this with no other alive relatives. But then it turned out that the cousins survived, but he became their guardian as their godfather. So this house is not technically his right now. It's still, he's just the governor for it. So whenever, I guess it's going to be Fricorith, since he's the oldest. Who's actually, let's see here. So we have John Smith, and he had 2 daughters actually. So Rainelle seems to be the older one though. So I guess she would be the one that would have inherited this house. And then Illicit would have, been the second one in line. So it makes sense actually that it would be Fricorith, both who is older and who is going to be next in line to inherit the house. But yeah, that doesn't really matter, because if he dies, of course, it's going to be Gvaudoin. So Rainelle would have to scheme to kill both of them somehow. But yeah, that's how things look now. And this is also interesting, I feel like. He wants to ask Sim out on date, and he's thinking about Kara. So we had some discussions in the comments after the last video with the diva, and we have 2 options really. Either they have been seeing each other in the past and now sort of backed away from that, or they have recently met and started to, see each other. But I feel like maybe it makes sense actually that they knew each other in the past and have been sort of having this on and off relationship behind closed doors, but it hasn't been that they haven't been able to make it work to something official. And then when he started to go out with Rainelle, that he sort of called it off with Kara, maybe. Yeah, that would make sense, I think. I think that's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, but he's feeling quite well. And I'm thinking that, yeah, I think that he's just going to pop outside. But then again, maybe I should look at his relationships actually. Besides Kara, is there anyone he should befriend? I mean, he could also be friends with Warren Landry. Is he on the chat? No. But I feel like that should be a thing. So I can actually teleport him over. I mean, both Warren and Krista, really. Now I lost track of them. There they are. Yeah, question is if I want him to interact with them or if I should just... I think I can just add their relationships. So Warren, set have met, and same with Krista, set have met. And then he can be friends with both, but they don't have to be, best friends. Then we go Warren, set friends, and Krista, set friends. And then we can clear them off. Yeah, I think so. I think that's good enough for now, actually. And I can, he should also meet the butler. This really isn't bringing up the the fun bar quickly. Maybe I should just have them chat some more. And they're still not friends. Okay, let's see here if I can. Of course, they can't talk about hobby because he's not interested enough in it, but I guess they can talk about art. Yeah, good. They're friends. He can say goodbye to her now. And let's have him sit down and watch TV for a while. Maybe he can actually watch a movie. Spooky werewolf. Let's go. Right, then we're dancing apparently. You can change back into your everyday outfit. And, well, I'm just going to send you out to put. And when Fricorith is feeling a bit better, and I guess maybe he's had an espresso, you can work on the homework as well. Because I'm thinking that maybe Remington should teach him, and then maybe Fricorith can teach Gvaudoin. So Gvaudoin is back. Nice. So she needs to... Oh, she wasn't promoted, first of all. That's rough. I guess she's going to have to be a gopher for one more day at least. All right. Let's just use the bathroom. So yeah, I think that the idea here is that Remington was like extremely close friends with John Smith, I feel like. I think that he's the one he should be close with. Another alternative is, of course, like Vernon or any of the kids, I guess. But I think it makes more sense with John Smith, actually, because he would be the owner of this house as well. So I think that John Smith and Remington were very close, and that's why he became godfather of his grandchildren then. And also why he was on the will. That he is on the will, like another descendant, if things go south. And I also think that Remington is in on the secret that John Smith had of, whatever was going on with his family, the secret cellar, what was going on down there, and, the mystery of all of the other children that John Smith had secretly on the side, why that was and that whole thing. I think that he knows everything, but he has not told anyone. He's sworn to secrecy, basically. So I think that the plan here is that he's gonna keep that secret until, at least until Fricorith is an adult, and then let's see what happens. Okay, so she has gone over to the piano again, but I feel like she should go up here and watch some TV as well, I think. And he actually has built up some energy now. So I think that if you come inside and help Fricorith with his homework, I do think that Remington genuinely likes the cousins, that he wants to be a father figure for them. It's a very tragic story with the whole family dead. That definitely wasn't what he expected, I don't think. Oh, you need more coffee, do you? Okay. Let's just sit down here then. So yeah, of course he feels sorry for them, and I think he wants to guide them in any way that he can. He is a fortune sim, of course, but I don't think that he's greedy. I think that he takes pride in what he has built himself, and he's not necessarily interested in, leeching onto his good friend's fortune in that way. Yeah, so let's make a second attempt at this. Right, and what are you watching? I was thinking you should watch like the weather station to get some science enthusiasm. Oh, did they make friends? Yeah, they did. Nice. second friend in here because I think he wants to befriend Gvaudoin instead as well. And, well, she needs some espresso as well, I think so. Right, so the butler is ending his shift at 8, apparently. And I'm also interested to see, the lights in this house now that it's dark. Because there is a special, light setting, I guess, in the game for this lot, as well as sort of the cards shack. And I think there might be another lot as well that makes the lights a lot more dim in this house. I don't really notice it yet, but maybe, it's possible that the lighting mod, the Radiance light system that I'm using, is counteracting it in some way. If so, that's a shame, because I kind of like the idea of having like spooky lighting in here. But yeah, maybe it doesn't trigger like every night or something. Don't know how it works. Right, so Remington has helped Fricorith, and I guess he taught him how to study now then. Yes, he did. Good. So he can actually have something to eat. There were some leftovers from earlier. And I think Fricorith can teach Gvaudoin here. Oh, wait, are you... Oh, I don't want you to do her homework. I thought that he was be able to teach her. Okay. I guess he can't. I guess he can just teach like children. But she's a teen, so it doesn't work. So I guess she's gonna have to rely on Remington as well then. And maybe take the other espresso cup then. And yeah, he can, guess, go upstairs and freshen up, and then he can sit down here to read something. Read a book, mystery. Let's see if he sits in this comfortably, or if he's gonna have trouble routing to the bookshelf here. See when she arrives back. Oh, she's actually gonna arrive at 12 a.m., so quite late. So I guess if the fire took place very recently, both of the teenagers here must be really, close to tears right now. Walking around in this house, in this environment with all of the familiarity, but without the people in it. I guess that must be very difficult to live through. I mean, whenever Gvaudoin would have been here, I guess this wasn't her house though. So I guess maybe she lived somewhere else with her family. But her grandfather and I guess Fricorith must have grown up here, if he was part of the sort of main vein of the family, so to say. So yeah. So I guess for Remington and for Gvaudoin, it's a little bit easier than it is for Fricorith then. Okay, he beelined for the TV instead. That's fine. So I guess maybe there's an issue with the bookshelf here. Let's see what happens when he tries it. Because maybe I can shuffle some things around. Okay, can you go here first of all? What happens? Okay, looks like it's actually the fireplace that's in the way. So maybe if I try to scoot this, I guess this one isn't able to be moved that way. What about now? Yes, actually. Looks like it works now. And can he use this? Maybe he can, but he won't. That's annoying. Can you put that away again? And maybe I can put down a some kind of chair that he actually will use. Or maybe I should use this. Is this level? What is this? It's for chair. I think that's gonna work. Let's try it and see. Because then I don't have to do something different here. Oh, it's on the... Oh, it was correct though. Okay, Yeah, it looked a bit wonky when he sat down, but I think this is preferable. Because then he actually sits down here where I sort of imagined him, even if he's not relaxing. Maybe it's actually better to not have this, but put down a Copperfield, because then that's going to be bed level though, right? Because this is going to be too low, I think. Yeah. And if I bring it down, it's going to be a weird shadow, but maybe that doesn't affect the Sims. Let's see. Let's start by recoloring this invisible. Yeah, thought so. Felt like I was spinning it somehow. And let's see how that looks. Yeah, it is the right level now, but there's a weird shadow. That sucks. Okay. Maybe if I find... God. Where is it? No. Oh, this is the danger of making it invisible. There we... So if I remove this, and maybe I can actually put in a sofa, like a love seat here. I mean, this is the same, just that it's actually a sofa. Yeah, I think that works. So let's try this then. I think that's better. Then I just have to move this slightly, and I think this probably should go more in the middle here. That actually turned out better than I thought it would. Okay, so they are done. That's good. You can actually clean this up after yourself. And looks like she needs to freshen up as well, so let's just take a bath. He is actually hungry. I think he can hold on to breakfast probably. Well, since Rainelle is off at work and he's alone down here, maybe he should just call up Kara. Because I think that he still checks in with her. I think that when Gvaudoin is done here, maybe she wants to stargaze a bit. So I could definitely see him, you know, being in love with Kara as well. Like maybe he really wanted to marry her, but her career got in the way somehow. Being such a prominent celebrity, I guess it would be difficult to have a relationship like in the open like this. Maybe Remington wants things to be more private. I guess maybe he dislikes, you know, having all eyes on him, even if he's a prominent figure in town. He does have a sense of privacy, of course. But then for her, you know, she's on TV everywhere. She's on tabloids and paparazzi is chasing her. You know, I don't think that he wants that life. So maybe that was something that, yeah, stopped them from committing. Yeah, so he's quite tired. Let's turn off the music here and yeah, send him to bed. Fricorith is already finding his own bed. And yeah, Gvaudoin is out here. So I can definitely see Gvaudoin being quite inquisitive and interested in facts and wanting answers to stuff. And for that reason, I think that she is very interested in sort of the mystery behind the fire, like how could that happen and why did it happen when the entire family was gathered and why did no one survive, and you know, all of those questions that remain. I think that she's interested in figuring out how it could all happen. So Rainelle is back and she needs quite a lot of things here, but I think that I'm gonna send her here to have a bath and then she can join her husband in bed. Actually, I think that she might freshen up and then relax and wake Remington up for some fun, because I do think that she wants to get that baby as soon as possible. Yeah, I think that Gvaudoin, you can go to bed now. And she wants to get promoted. Yeah, I bet she does. Yeah, she earned that money that she wanted, so that's good. And I actually think that she would dress herself in her underwear, actually, to be like maximum seductive, I guess. She's very tired, but I think she would push herself through this. So I'm gonna bump that up slightly. And then, of course, Remington is waking up. She looks so pissed off all the time. I love it. She definitely has a resting bitch face, you know? Right, so let's just cuddle. Do all these nice things. I don't think they have the memories for it yet. Now, sleeping in this bed must be strange as well, because I guess this must have been John Smith's old room. This definitely isn't a new bed after all, so it must be the old one. Right, did they get their memories now? Yep. Good. I guess let's try for a baby then. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so I'm going to save here, and then we're playing through a second day. It's morning, but everyone is sleeping in. I don't think the butler is here yet either. Nope. I did take note of the fact that Remington and Rainelle, they're not sleeping, cuddling. So I don't know how warm the feelings for Rainelle Remington has. Maybe this is also like part a marriage of convenience in some way as well. Yeah, here's the butler. So let's see if he makes breakfast. And Remington actually needs to get up and freshen up because he is about to explode. Yeah, these guys are really sleeping in, but I think it's time for them to get up so they don't miss the school bus. And Rainelle is actually keeping sleeping. She didn't wake up with Remington since they weren't cuddling, so I guess she can continue to rest. Yeah, the butler is starting with apparently toaster pastries. Okay, so yeah, she can maybe run here and have some breakfast, and I think he can skip here. And he can also run here. Good. Eat that. Here he comes skipping. So they're having a nice breakfast together anyway. So that's good bonding time, I guess. And well, they're not siblings, so they haven't really grown up in the same household, but they are very close though. They don't have the, the tags as friends and best friends, so maybe I should have them hug or something later. But this is definitely a chance for them to grow closer, living together now as a family. Oh yeah, there we go. Now they are best friends. They didn't even have to hug. Yeah, you don't have time to eat anymore. You have to run to the bus. And he can actually finish because he's gonna drive. Are you still sleeping? Yep. She is quite hungry, but her mood isn't really dropping quickly, so I don't think that the attempt worked. Not yet, so I guess she's gonna have to try again. There we go. Sleeping Beauty is up. And she's actually making the bed. Yeah, of course, she was super neat, so yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so change into your everyday. And let's have some breakfast. Wow, looks like Magnus is about to do something he really doesn't want to do. If you're a butler, aren't you supposed to be like neat and stuff? So you actually want to do this job? Yeah, maybe he just puts on an act. Because he really doesn't want to do whatever he's about to do. Oh, I think maybe he was routing to make the bed, but it was already done, so you should be happy. She's gonna need a second plate after this one. She's super hungry. Speaking of, can I give them more? Yeah, some more here. Vacation days, I think. For him, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with skill negotiator for him. And yeah, these guys can grab the energy boost. Nice. So I guess since she needs to come up with some way to assassinate the cousins without putting the eyes of the police on her, she needs to scheme up something, and well, this is a good opportunity to do something like that, I guess, since she's the only one at home right now, and she could invite Vamsi over if she's not at work. So yeah, good. Invite over. Perfect. Then they can spend some time here and scheme. Who are you, and why are you walking into my yard? Excuse you? Yeah, that's right. Wow, okay. He was attractive, apparently. Oh, are you trying to use the back door for this? You think that this is the door? Oh, day drinking, are we? Oh, this is actually interesting because I got a mod recently that adds more drinks. So it looks like this is different. And okay, so there's options here. Red, green. Okay, glowing purple and tiki. Poured. Blue, yellow, glowing green, glowing blue. Okay, so they're not actually named anything interesting. Maybe I can go into CMPE and give them proper names. That would be fun. But so this one must be a yellow, I guess. There's a yellow drink in here. I'm also contemplating adding in, there's a mod that, yeah, she thinks that this is the door. Fail. There's a mod that makes the Sims actually act drunk. That would be fun. So how do I resolve this? I think I'm gonna maybe allow pets, but lock this for allow household only. And then I can probably add in some invisible fencing here, because I think that this door should really only be used to walk in and out of the house. They don't really need to use these parts because there is staircases at the back as well. So I can probably put in an invisible fence here. And then also here. And here. And here. And that should help with the routing, I think. Then the newspaper should also be left there. I'm assuming the newspaper is put here somewhere now. But maybe the butler brought it inside. Where did you put the newspaper, man? Don't see it at all. Is it up here? No. Is it like in the bushes or something? Yeah, see it. There it is. So then it can actually be put here properly, at least, hopefully. There we go. And you, my dear, can walk in from the front here. Oh, she's using the toilet apparently. Or she's about to, but greet Vamsi first. Can you just please stay put? You're making this really difficult. Oh my god. Are you trying to walk all the way over here or something? But then you're gonna get stuck. Exactly. Well, I guess this place is so big that she got lost immediately. Greeting like an old friend, of course. And she's gonna start by gossiping. Okay, so I guess she's neighbors with the celebrities now, so she knows a lot of what's going on there. This is so perfect. I don't even have to do anything. So she's gonna use the bathroom, and I guess Vamsi is gonna come inside to make herself comfortable. For a short while anyway, she has to leave before the teens arrive. I think that this friendship is something that Rainelle needs to keep secret. Of course, the butler is gonna know, but yeah. So what's she gonna do? Guess she's checking out the house. Maybe this is the first time she's here. Well, it's a nice spot to sit down. Well, they didn't really have time to do anything because, yeah, of all the things happening here. But maybe she can just gossip one more time and then ask her to leave. Someone is calling as well. All right. And then she has to ask her to leave. So, I mean, something must be in it for Vamsi as well, why she has schemed to do this. And I don't think that she is aware that her daughter is John Smith's. There's some stuff that's been going on with that and the different pregnancies, of course, and that's shrouded in mystery still. But I don't think that Vamsi is aware that he's the father. So if she knew, of course, she would, of course, keep pushing this along so that her daughter could be next in line and she could screw over Rainelle, of course. Because if her daughter would be acknowledged as a Tricou, she would be more legitimate than Remington for inheriting this house, of course. But she doesn't know, so there's something else, and I think it has to do with Remington's business, actually, because she's in the art business as well. And I think that if she could somehow get her hands on, or well, put him out of business, I guess, like destroy that competitor, then yeah, she would have a better way to secure her own business, I guess. I think it has something to do with that, actually, why she's doing all this. So let's see who's calling Rainelle. That's interesting. I'm gonna bring down her social so they can keep talking for a bit. But apparently, Kara called her of her own volition. And maybe this is a way for Kara to keep her eyes on Remington as well, to see what's going on, befriending his wife, put aside her feelings of jealousy and, yeah, be a part of his life in some way. Didn't agree on makeovers and such. And I think that they, maybe their friendship is a bit forged. And I think that probably Rainelle is making herself a lot more pleasant than she actually is in order to, you know, befriend her. They both have their own reasons for reaching out to each other, after all. So the teens are arriving here now. Oh, and apparently Gvaudoin brought home Rose today as well, so Rose is the chosen one. And Fricorith wants to be best friends with her, so I guess I can lock that in then. Oh, and he actually also brought someone home, Lakshmi. And there are some attraction bolts here. Oh, apparently 2 bolts with her. That's better. Just need to remind myself what her hobby and such is. So she's a romance sim. And she is actually interested in arts and crafts, right? Of course, she wants to be a stylist. She's working as a nursing home attendant right now. I guess maybe that's more his style. And yeah, Gvaudoin sat down to do the crosswords, I guess. Another mod that I added recently, today actually, that allows them to autonomously do crosswords. That's good because she's gonna leave any moment now. So she sat down to play some mahjong here. And there's not really a tarot reading card table or things like that, as far as I know. Let me know if you know something like that. But it would be cool to have something that's on a table like this, and they can sit down to read fortune and things. But I'm imagining that this might be something similar to that. That she's using this to read future or something in it. I don't know. It reminds me of a seance table like this anyway, when it sits like this in the middle of the room here. Okay, so he needs to have fun. He wants to befriend Lakshmi, and she sat down here to play, so maybe he can join them, actually. But Rose didn't want to join, apparently. Looks like they're talking a lot about makeup, and I mean, that's pretty fun because she wants to be a stylist, and of course, Fricorith is a man who uses makeup, which is quite unusual, so maybe that's fun for them to bond over. And I can definitely see him being interested in, stylish clothes and shopping and those kinds of things. Well, they're just kind of sitting around, not really playing for some reason. Not sure what that's about. But I think I'm gonna ask Rainelle to walk downstairs and play some chess instead. I think she needs to leave for work soon. Yeah, so just finish up with that. And maybe you can chat a bit with her instead. Joke, chat. You can talk about hobby now. Nice. Now they're actually doing something when I asked him to stop it. Oh, is it is it flirty to gussy up? That's funny. Trita's family is also flirty, apparently. Okay. So far, he's only befriended girls. That's interesting. Maybe he's one of those guys who's more comfortable around women. Okay, bye. Maybe chat a bit with Rose instead then. Yeah, so Rainelle is leaving. No, you don't need to bring Gina home. There we go. And he's feeling quite well. So yeah, let's just use the bathroom and can change into this every day. So they definitely have opposite schedules, but maybe that's something that Rainelle wants. It depends, really. I guess that she likes Remington, but maybe she doesn't love him. I think the tag says that she's in love with him now, though, but yeah. Maybe she doesn't want to be too close with him, to not spend too much time with him because of all the bad stuff that can happen and how this relationship came about. Oh, wow, he's really, really hungry now. I wonder if the butler has cooked anything. No, not yet. I guess he should soon. He can do his homework to get that off the table at least. Wow, they're really attracted to this table. But I actually think that he might invite Kara over. Probably not to ask her on a date, because that might be a bit much. But yeah, let's see if they can see each other. Ah, she's at work. Well, I guess that makes sense then. He can't really do that anyway. So for now, he does need to work on his logic skill. So let's just have him practice on the chess table. Yeah, Rose is also hungry. I wonder what the butler is checking for. Because he's like almost starving now, and he still hasn't cooked anything. And also Remington is a bit peckish, so it's confusing. Influence to right. I have had issues in the past that he's like the butler is coming through the front door and then he's sort of standing here frozen, and that then I've had to like tip him and then he does stuff. I think that's a glitch actually. I think I might have a mod for that as well at this point. Don't remember what mods I have or what they do at this point. But maybe if I tip him, that's gonna reset him again somehow. Maybe I can try it at least and see what happens. Because I think that if I make him selectable and like tell him what to do, that might mess with his coding, making him not remember that he's a butler and that he has those duties. I mean, maybe it's worth trying at this point. So let's just make him selectable and serve dinner. Let's make some lasagna. So let's see if he still remembers that he's a butler after this. And you can serve some espresso. Rose is checking out the bookshelf, but she didn't see anything suspicious. Oh, nice. Gvaudoin actually was promoted now, so no more grunt work. So now she's a mailroom technician. That's a lot more comfortable. But yeah, of course, not with a lot of benefits and such. Oh, she needs 4 friends. Wow. I guess she's gonna have to work on that. She has the want to do so. But I'm gonna write that down here. That it's a mailroom technician. And she ate at work apparently, so she can just head here immediately to do her homework. She does have all the skills she needs though, so it really is just the friendships. Maybe the lights are a little more dim than usual. It's hard to tell. Maybe it has to do with the seasons as well. Wow, this shirt is really shiny. I get as confused every time I see it. I guess maybe it's extremely shiny, especially in this room or something, because this is the room where I notice it. Right, so who would she befriend? Is there any one of the teens who are interested in science? I'm gonna take a look in my spreadsheet here. Yes, actually, Ash Wilson. Does she know him? Nope. But I can take a look at the chat. Nope. All right. She does need fun, so I guess maybe she would just go up to her room and look through the microscope here. Apparently, Fricorith is opening up to Remington about escaping death. And yeah, I guess he's a bit vain as well. Okay. Well, let's put away this as leftovers. And you can go upstairs and pay the bills because I've gotten some reminders here now. And then I guess he still wants to befriend Lakshmi. Maybe I should just call her. Can send him up to his room. Yeah, maybe she has some sample from the fire that she has had someone collect for her, that she's examining herself, trying to work stuff out. But of course, being a teenager, quite young teenager even, and definitely not experienced as a scientist. This will not be easy for her to do on her own, or possible even. Yeah, oh, Rose is still here. Why don't you give her a friendly hug? Okay, so he's playing the piano. I don't think that that's really something that he should be doing. Kara won't be home for a while, so there's no reason to call her. It's in the middle of the night, so I don't think that he wants to go outside. What else would he do? I mean, I think he would be sort of a workaholic. Maybe he should sit here and... he doesn't have that benefit here that he can give financial advice. No. Okay. In that case, maybe just work at home, because he does need to work on his logic skill anyway. Let's go with that instead. I think it's about time for her to leave, and you can call up Lakshmi instead. She's actually not getting any fun from that. That's unfortunate. So I think I'm just gonna have her freshen up here. And then maybe use the telescope instead. It's like they're talking about money. There's something that they definitely don't have in common. She is not well off at all. Yeah, I feel like the cousins here are reacting quite differently to the loss of their families, because I feel like so far Fricorith is far more social about it and is reaching out to people, befriending others, and wanting to stay close and talk about stuff. Gvaudoin, on the other hand, is isolating herself a lot more. She has managed to befriend Remington, and I think she's probably leaning a bit on him as a father figure now that, yeah, she has to rely on. Whereas Fricorith is really trying to find companions to share his sorrows with, and to make things feel better, I guess. But for her, it's she's really focusing on the mystery and trying to find the answers to why this all happened. Well, they're friends now. That's good. He can use the bathroom and maybe read for a bit. Just gonna keep working after this one is done. Yeah, she's too tired, so I think she's gonna go to bed now. Yep, there we go. I'm thinking that maybe he should have nail polish. I don't know if I have black. I think I have red though. Yeah, I think he needs to go to bed. But first, let's see if I can give him that nail polish. Yeah, looks like I don't have black, but I could go with that red one. I'm just gonna double check so I don't have anything else further down. No, but let's try the red one and see what that looks like. Nah, I actually think it looks better without, because I think they were too long. Not that they're very long, but I think for him it would be more stubby black nails in that case, and I don't have that, so yeah. Let's go to bed, and yeah, he's still working here. So yeah, he's alone here, and I think that he's gonna head down to have a drink. No, I think it's in these quiet moments late at night before Rainelle comes home to distract him and the cousins have gone to bed that thoughts about John Smith and the tragedy really strikes him, and the house is too big, too quiet, you know. It's almost like he can hear his friend living in this house, and it being an old house, of course, it's creaky and there's movement here. So maybe he can also sort of imagine that he hears things, feels the presence of the ghosts. So a strengthening drink is probably necessary in moments like this. He can go to use the bathroom and have a quick shower before bed, I think. And she's also going to need to freshen up when she comes home, actually. So I think maybe he just needs to use the bathroom and then he can settle in bed. She wants to be best friends with Kara, so let's lock that in. And Rainelle is arriving. I think she can have a bubble bath today. I'm interested to see what path she takes. Okay, so she walks in the back. That makes sense. Why don't you read while you wait? Yeah, so he autonomously decided to cuddle, actually. Didn't need any prompting tonight. I think he's probably missed having her around, even if she's not the one person that he would like to have here, of course. I think that she is comforting to him and he does care about her still. Right, so let's try this again and see if it was successful, I guess, next time we play. And that was actually the end of these 2 days and the end of this episode. So yeah, interesting to see how things turn out and how to find answers when I didn't have them from the start. Yeah, I didn't think that Rainelle would be involved in all of this before I started playing this, but things just sort of went that way. I feel like it really suits. So I'm gonna have to figure out how she's gonna try to kill off the teenagers and yeah, what's gonna happen with that. And I think that before I play next time, I'm probably gonna have to set up Remington's business as well to create a business lot for him to go to and possibly have some employees as well. There is like an art venue or not a museum, at least yeah, some sort of art venue in downtown that he could possibly own, maybe. That could be interesting, because then I could renovate that lot and actually use something that's already here. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that, how to work with that. But that's definitely a possibility that I can set up for him. Yeah, for Fricorith, he's got just a few days left before he is gonna head to university. So he's not gonna be here for much longer. I don't think I want him to stay in this house while he's at uni. I think he actually wants to go to some sort of dormitory where he can study. If he survives that long, that is. We'll have to see about that. So as always, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. Happy Halloween. Bye.